Woo! I'm excited. How to start a business with $50 and a full-time job. Uh-oh, I might have just did something. What is going on? My name is Jeremiah Vegan with JeremiahVegan.com. We are a digital marketing agency for solopreneurs, personal brands, and small businesses. We specialize in social media management as well as lead generating, typically on LinkedIn, where we basically generate leads for you. And we also do other forms of lead generation, which is what we talk about on this channel. So if you are interested in that kind of stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you can get updated on that entrepreneurial stuff. If you want to start a business, first and foremost, it all starts with the what? Mindset, okay? That is very essential if you want to actually start your business. All right, a lot of people have this preconceived notion that they need a bunch of money to launch a successful, sustainable business. While that could be beneficial in how that mindset has helped people in the past before, I personally don't think that is logical to most people, okay? Because if you don't know how to manage and create money without having a whole lot of money, how are you supposed to manage your money and invest it properly if you don't know how to problem solve? As an entrepreneur, it starts with the mindset. You need to be able to solve problems. That is the reason why business owners were created in the first place. They provide a solution to a problem. Anything that is around you started off as an idea. It started off as an idea. Most of the time, it was a problem that entrepreneur was having, and they provided a solution. Okay, everything started off as an idea before it was manifested into something. This chair I'm sitting in, this webcam that I'm looking at right now, this software that I'm using, this program where you see a little box of me and the text on the side, it all started off as an idea, and it goes back to the mindset, okay? It is important that you find something that you're passionate about too. That is essential. Find something that you're passionate about and you don't pursue it for the money. I'm not saying a whole lot of things that is rocket science at this point. Right now, I'm giving you game on the wisdom that you should have when you are actually executing your entrepreneurial journey, okay? That is the first portion of it, and I'm going to talk about more practical things later on in this video, so make sure you stay tuned. It is your job to find out how to solve a problem. And when I say how to solve a problem, I mean in general. As an entrepreneur, your primary objective is to solve a problem. Be a problem solver. I can't stress that enough. So if you don't have a budget and you need something done, you need to figure out how you can actually get around that so you can actually run your business, okay? They say that it costs money to make money. I beg to differ. While that could be beneficial in a lot of cases, there are some cases where you don't need money. Money isn't the problem. It's the education. The education is what is lacking in a lot of people's cases, okay? A lot of people think that because they don't have money, they don't think they have options. So before they even look to get somebody to help them market their business, they automatically consider themselves disqualified because they feel like they don't have enough money because they can't maybe pay their personal bills as it is, or they need to pay for their children and their children are barely getting by as it is. Why I understand your logic and I understand people's logic, you need to be responsible, take initiative to figure out how you can get around that problem that you're actually having when it comes to finances. Okay? That's very important. Skip tracing by far is one of my favorite techniques to use. Skip tracing meaning researching, finding information. More entrepreneurs need to be more creative, and they need to take more initiative when it comes to researching and finding out information. If you only have $50 to your name, you need to be finding out how you can actually fund something for $50. Be creative. If whatever you want to pursue takes a little bit longer and takes a lot more money and a lot more investment, you need to maybe figure out how you can actually get to that end goal without having a big budget. Maybe you can partner up with some people. Well, maybe I can do something for you, you can do something for me. Maybe you could crowdsource if that works for you. Maybe you could maybe you can do white label services where people do certain services and you promote their services as if it's your own, and that way they'll just do all the work, but you just spend time marketing on it because you have social media, you have the internet, which is what you're watching me on this on right now. So you have all the leverage, all of the resources is available to you. You just need to skip trace and find out that information to solve your problems. Now, let's get into some more practical stuff. When it comes to having $50 to your name, if you only have $50 to your name, there's several things that you can do. I can't really say specifically what you can do with that $50 because I don't know what your situation is. So you will have to depend. It would just depend on your situation. I will say that marketing is one of the primary reasons why most businesses do not succeed and they fail. A lot of times they push these businesses that they promote online or social media. A lot of times they're just spamming people, just posting on Instagram and posting on Facebook, just spamming people. And when they don't get the amount of traffic that they need to their business, they give up and they start doing other things. Right? Is that you or is that not you? If not, we're going to continue on because this still could be helpful for you. All right? Most of the times it's marketing problems. So you need to figure out how you can either A, market yourself by looking up some videos, maybe some of my videos, or you can look up on YouTube on how to market certain things. You can go on this website called Fiverr where you can actually hire freelancers to do virtual work for you. They are extremely talented in certain areas. You can get logos done, you can get video animation done, you can get Facebook ads done, and all types of social media related services done for $5 to $10 a lot of the times. So that's a start. You can also use a website called Upwork. When their site is not down, it is one of the biggest assets to my company personally. You can hire people overseas where their dollar is not the same as your dollar. So $1 US, if you are an American like me, may be $10 to $20 somewhere else. So they are able to charge less than. So maybe you can do that until maybe you can use someone that is skilled in a certain area that you can use that $50 towards and build that way. Now, this is very important. Unless you are in the B2B niche, you need, I repeat, you need to be focusing on collecting and speaking to your leads. Do not spend time prospecting. Alright, everybody spends all of this time prospecting. That is how you waste time. You need to be focused on scaling up, unless that's not what you want to do. If you want to stay small, completely fine. But if you actually want to be an entrepreneur where you have different sources of income and you have your business working for you, you need to stop prospecting and start outsourcing. Well, people may say, well, how can I do that with only 50 bucks or without a small with a small budget? That goes back to what I was saying. Be creative. Now you either figure out how you can market your business yourself, running like Facebook ads, or hiring somebody on Upwork, or you learn how to do it yourself. All right. Now, when it comes to Facebook ads, as of right now, you can get some marketing done for $5 to $10 a day. All right. It's typically a hit or miss depending on who you're targeting. Also, using Facebook ads, it's I forgot what they call it, but you have about 30 days, if I'm not mistaken. You have around 30 days to even make that first payment anyway. So you can actually be running those ads, and if you're doing them right, you can actually generate the funds to pay for the ad if you have the right service, the right product, or whatever the case may be. Now, to be on the safe side, you can just get a coach, and for $50, take that coach, find a coach on Fiverr or something like that that is experienced with Facebook ads, and have them show you how to do that ad so you can actually market yourself. So that is one way on how you can start a business with $50. Well, now you might ask me, well, how do I start my business? How do I keep my business going when I have a job? Time is what we all want. I know for me personally, one thing that I lacked in for the longest was productivity and not having enough time. It wasn't even about the money, it was about productivity. I distracted myself with this internet. This internet can be very distracting. This phone can be very distracting because they got this thing called Facebook. They got this thing called Instagram, where you can actually get distracted, where you can be doing something productive towards your livelihood. So you need to find time. You may get little to no sleep. I'm gonna let you know that right now. You may get little to no sleep. If you are a person that has children, you have a family, you have other obligations to tend to, this may be an issue for you. It may be tough at first. But if you think long term instead of short term, you can actually make time. Like I said, problem solving. If you do not know how to be productive and find ways on how you can be productive, if you don't know anything about how to do that, I suggest you go on this website. You may have heard of it, called YouTube. There's plenty of videos on how you can actually go about being productive. It is this YouTuber I came across a couple of months ago. Her name is Charlene Johnson. She may have the video still up. She did a video on how to be productive, where essentially what you would do is you would create a list of things that you would need to do for that day. And you a lot of the times have several things that you will need to do for that day. You can only do so many things on that list. So you can keep a bunch of things on your list that you would like to do, and you have your primary things that you need to do. So maybe about 3 or 4, give or take. Mark the duties that you need to do within a certain time frame. Okay? Now, take advantage of the time that you do have. Do not spend a whole lot of time doing things that do not give into your dream, that do not, what's the word that I'm looking for? That does not feed into your dream, that does not fuel your business. Do not do that. If you have a lunch break, do it in your lunch break. If you have a day off, take a day off. If there's a holiday at work, you take that day off. All right, now you spend time focusing on your business. Here's another thing before I let you guys go. Make sure that you are creating a system. This is by far one of the most important things that you can do, is you need to create a system. If you are working at a full-time job, you need to scale and spend time marketing your business and automating your business when you are not working. So you can do this several ways, okay? And this is pretty much for almost any industry, not all. You can do email marketing because you can automate email marketing, where you can do what is referred to as an auto response series. I talk about that on my videos, and we offer that as a service. If you need help with that, go to jeremiahvega.com. Shameless plug. But you can do email marketing. You can do social media marketing, where you can automate that, where you can use this thing called Hootsuite, Buffer, or SendPilot.co, where you can actually create content and it will post and it will automate on the days you want it to release. So while you're at work, you can actually be posting content using this software. Okay, now it's going to take some time, probably, creating the content of what you want to talk about. But once you create that content, you just scale it out, and you can actually create engagement that way. Make sure your content is rich and is pertaining to your target audience. That is very important. So that concludes today's video. This is how you start a business with $50. I gave you guys an idea on things that you can do. I'm not as practical as I would like to be, because I obviously don't know your situation. But in conclusion, you want to make sure that you, one, skip trace, meaning you search for information. Any problem that you have, Google it. Google it, YouTube it, because a lot of us don't know that there's a solution out there to our problem. So there may be a solution out there to your problem. If there's a solution, whenever you have a problem financially, that's an easy fix, because you can find somebody. Tell yourself yes first before you tell yourself no. That is very important. If you don't remember anything that I say in this video, remember that. Tell yourself yes before you tell yourself no first. Instead of thinking that you don't have a big budget. You don't know what's a big or a small budget. There may be several companies out there. There are marketing agencies out there that are $100 a month. And usually most social media marketing agencies are running from anywhere from $400 to $12,000 to even, to $12,000. I was going to say $1,200, but even $12,000, depending on how bougie they are. All right. I don't offer that. So jeremiahvega.com for more information. But I hope that helps you guys. Sorry this video was long, but I need to drop them gems. Talk to you guys soon. Make sure that you give me a hug. Come here. Come here. Bring it in. Bring it in. I feel for you. It's going to be okay. Come here. Stop. Stop. Okay, you're a guy. You're a guy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're a girl too. Okay. Okay. Listen. High five. High five. High five. Talk to you guys in the next video. You just going to leave me hanging? You going to leave me hanging? All right, pound.